What's up, guys? Brian back to talk about The Walking Dead and Season 6, Episode 11, Untie. We watched it yesterday. We're less than 1 month away to the Season 7 return, and we just watched the episode on Netflix. Some people are having trouble watching it outside the United States, but I know it's available in the United States on Netflix. We watched it, and it really showed us a lot about Season 7 going forward on there. I thought it was pretty cool topic. Shout outs to Digby Gosling. Just want to give a shout out to you. Asked me to do it, so there you go. Spoilers ahead if you don't know the episode, how it connects with Season 7, and what the theories and predictions are. So, spoilers ahead. The images used in this video are property of AMC. We do not claim ownership of the images used in this video. We're using the Copyright Act with our fair use, copyright criticism, news reporting, and teaching. Basically, Abraham and Sasha, it starts off like this. It shows their connection going forward, that it's going to be a big deal because Abraham is rumored to be one of the victims that died in Season 7. So it's really going to affect Sasha as they build their connection going forward with it. Peace sign. 2 victims, 2 people, peace. I know it's just a peace thing that they do between each other, but it's kind of funny that it's between Abraham and Sasha, and Abraham's one of the victims. Kind of interesting, foreshadowing, maybe slightly, maybe nothing, but it's just a little incident that we wanted to show that because it's peace, 2 deuce, 2 victims. Then you got Rosita and Abraham. I thought it was pretty interesting that they build this up so much because Abraham's saying how great Rosita was and this, and then she makes him the necklace out of the brake light. What do brakes represent? Stop, slowing down, taking a break of things, stopping things, causing you to stop and from going forward. And that's kind of what it represents to me, is that the next episode, Abraham breaks up with Rosita, and it's a shame for Rosita, but they make a big deal out of this brake light necklace on there as well. So I don't know. It was kind of, they showed it a lot. It's like subtle little things. That's why The Walking Dead is so great. But they show it in there too, where he keeps thinking about Sasha and talking about having a pup and Maggie and the baby and Herschel and everything with Glenn. And then in the fight, it gets taken off his neck and it's laying there at the hilltop, and it's probably still there. So I don't know. That was kind of just foreshadowing what's to come. Carl thought it was interesting as well, as Carl was supposedly going to go to the hilltop with them, but they didn't go. So he said it was the right decision because it's not the best first impression of a messed up kid on there, but he didn't go, and I'll tell you why that's kind of interesting. So here's the group that went. It was Glenn, Michonne, Abraham, Rick, Maggie, and Daryl. And 3 out of the 5 people, or the 6 people, are included in the victims of Negan for some sort on there too. We'll talk about that, but think about it. As they get to the hilltop, great shot of it as well. But Abraham and Glenn are the victims, and Daryl is supposedly interferes with Negan as the other victim. Rick's not going to die, and the women aren't going to die. But 3 out of the 6 people there are problems with Negan in the lineup, which is kind of interesting. So they get to the hilltop. It's pretty cool. Jesus sets the tone of going forward and being the connector between the 2 groups, and Gregory's just a dick that we find out. But in there, when they're trying to make the deal, they're trying to do something there too. Maggie says it's gonna cost us something. So that was pretty interesting as she said it, that it's gonna cost them something even if they get the deal done. So what does that mean? Of course, it's the Lucille victims. But here's just a little question that we asked in the Spoiling Dead fans, or the Walking Dead spoiler group. Who made the deal? Rick, Maggie, or Daryl at the hilltop? Who do you think? I'm going with Maggie, but who basically set it up with this guy? Gregory is just an asshole. I think he sells the group out as how they find out the deal with in episode 16 that it's a problem, whatever. We'll find out there too. The Rick Gregory thing is pretty funny. That's why he sends Maggie to go do it. So Maggie does the deal making, the debating, the political things there too, because that's what she was kind of groomed to do with Deanna, and she's going to have to do that. Foreshadowing in the future is what she does with the hilltop and how she takes it over. Here's the big thing that I want to talk about. Jesus says, as soon as the walls were built, the Savior showed up. They met with Gregory on behalf of their boss. They made a lot of demands, even more threats, and they killed one of us. Rory, he was 16 years old. They beat him to death right in front of us. They said we needed to understand right off the bat. So Negan was never there, and Negan did not kill the 16-year-old kid. One of the saviors did. So people are saying that, oh, Negan kills women and children, and no, he doesn't. That's why the victim's not going to be a woman. Daryl sets up the deal, kind of sets the tone, and says, the saviors, we took them out. They're not worried about that. They just got a good story. We can handle it. You hook us up. We want food, medicine, and one of those cows. The kind of funny when he says one of those cows, but he kind of sets the tone as we can handle these guys. Don't worry about it. Abraham and Daryl did it before. They can do it again. They get cocky with themselves. They move forward. Maggie closes the deal with Gregory, and so she's kind of the one in my eyes who made the deal with Hilltop, even though Daryl and Rick also kind of set it up, but I think that Maggie actually finalized the deal, so she was the one there too. The other huge thing is the doctor. They save the doctor, they get medicine for the Hilltop, and going forward he was an obstetrician, so he's going to be able to help Maggie with the baby. That's why I think and hope that the baby is alive in season 7, that they keep it alive, and Glenn's not going to be around, but Maggie will have the baby and it'd be successful on there as well. And today was your lucky day on there as well going forward. So that's what he says, and I think it's going to be a big thing. So going forward, hopefully she has the baby. What do you think? Also, the last question is, how did the Saviors know that they would be going to Hilltop and to block all the roads on that exact day? There's no way they were just sitting out there for a week hoping that they would come. They knew exactly when they were to come. What are your thoughts on that? Did Gregory sell them out? Did they have something in there? Is there a spy? Is there some other connection? What do you think? Also, Gregory had to be involved with somewhat, because after the fact that Rick's group attacked the compound, I'm sure the Saviors went back to the Hilltop to say, what the fuck happened? What's the problem going on here? And he had to go out because he's a coward. But there you go, guys. Just like this picture of the group. Look at Norman, great face. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. You guys are awesome. Subscribe to keep these videos coming. We can't do without you. And let us know and answer the questions, guys. Awesome. Thank you. Have a good day.